if you've got other techniques, other tools, if you've got remedies, whatever you've learnt, you can now incorporate these into your healing corrections. There'll be an option for you to download the template for the protocol and for you to type in what healing corrections you'd like to add. Now some of mine are, I've got Aurosoma sprays. So I've got that down, included as a healing correction. So if it tests that I need to do the Aurosoma sprays, so begin, bring the arm up, 45-degree angle, maintain the arm locked position. Okay, it's firm. And now I can point to each one of the remedies and I will get a change on the spray that I need to use. So maintain the arm and I'll point to the first one, the second one, the third one. I get a change on the third spray, which happens to be called Lady Nada. I then ask my client to keep their eyes closed, and then I often place my hand above their eyes just to protect their face, and then I spray in the air. I spray in the air above them. The spray, take my hand away, and sometimes I just move the spray so it evenly wafts through the aura. And if you've got like other healing modalities that you've done, for instance, I've done kinergetics, they're in units 1 to 5. I've got it listed in the healing correction. I bring the arm up, maintain the arm, locked position, and then if it comes up kinergetics, I test to see which unit, and I test for maintain the arm, 1, 2, 3. So it confirms to me I need to look at unit 3. So when I grab the manual, I open up the index, I bring the arm up, and then I scan the index. So maintain the arm. So I'll scan the index and I can go from page numbers 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30. I get a change, maintain the arm, 20 to 25, maintain the arm, 21, 22. So it gives me page 22, where I go to the manual. I can open the manual up at page 22, and it may give me more scan lists where I go and find out specific information that's needed, or it may be a correction. This particular one is about a brain hydration format that I need to do. So I can bring the arm up and then complete the brain integration format, and that will be a correction. Sometimes when you're in the protocol, you may not get an energy shift or a muscle change, which is the confirmation. This will be apparent and you'll be stuck. What I'll be doing is teaching you some different steps that you can incorporate so the muscle will shift. I'm going to teach you 7 different choices that you can use when you get stuck. The first correction is energizing the kidneys, and you do that by locating the client's navel, placing one hand and the other hand either side. Place your hands there with the intention of sending energy through to that area. Maintain this position for approximately 1 minute. You can practice this exercise on yourself. Locate your navel, place one hand on one side of the navel, the other hand on the other side, fingers together, with the intention of sending energy through to that area. You will begin to feel your hands warming up and you will begin to feel the energy flowing. Hydration is critical in having a healthy body. It's also critical in getting the flow of energy running through a body and getting messages sent through the body. Stress causes dehydration. When you use energy, you are clearing blocks in the body where water starts to flow through to, which then causes dehydration again because it's taking it from another area. So you will continually need to be drinking water as the practitioner, And also the client may become dehydrated throughout the protocol. So what will happen is if they do become dehydrated, you may not get the energy shift, you may not be able to move on. You test for more assistance, and if it comes up water, then that will show you that someone's dehydrated. So both of you, both the practitioner and the client, should drink water. You can drink between 1/3 of a cup and a full cup. It's your preference, but that's what you do when it shows for water. Both of you drink some pure filtered water. Sea salt contains many important minerals and electrolytes necessary for a fully functioning body, for messages to flow through. It also assists with hydration. It acts in an osmotic effect by drawing in through the cell membrane water into the cells. There's a potassium and sodium transference. So sea salt is very critical also for keeping the body balanced and grounded. During a protocol, there's a lot of energy shifts and a lot of energy meridians opening up, so flow of hydration is happening and there's a flow of minerals. So the body will be also using up minerals to assist with this healing process and to help it transfer through to other parts of the body. So an intake of minerals can help the body realign and rebalance much more quickly. Sea salt is known as an antidepressant. With all these minerals, it can balance out brain function and so forth. So if you're in a protocol and you can't move through, you test for more assistance, and if sea salt comes up, you can offer the client a pinch of sea salt. You need to make sure that the client isn't on any heart medication and that they have approval to take sea salt. You too can take sea salt if that suits you as well, and that will assist with moving through and giving you an energy shift where you've got stuck. To take the sea salt, they can just grab a pinch of sea salt, that's like 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, place it on their tongue and wash it down with some water, and you can do likewise. For breathing correction, you need to bring the arm up on a 45-degree angle in a locked position and apply pressure. And when Emily has breathed enough, when the client has breathed enough in the sequence, there'll be an energy shift to let you know it's enough breathing. So we'll begin the breathing exercise. So you breathe in for 8 and ask the client to breathe in for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You hold for 4, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold for 4, and they continue this cycle, and you continue until you get an energy shift. So I get the shift happening right there. When you scan the list and it comes up to give a message, I'll show you how you can find out which message is appropriate. I'll start with a deck of cards, and I'll halve the cards, and then I'll test to see which pile I start from. So maintain the arm, locked position, and then I'll point to one, and then I point to the other and I get a change. So I can take those cards away and then halve these cards. I bring the arm back up, maintain, and I'll point to one and I get a change on this pile. So it's basically process of elimination. So bring the arm up, locked position, maintain, and I get the change on the first pile again. So we ended up with 3 cards. So I'll place the cards apart, bring the arm back up, locked position, maintain the arm nice and strong. I get that strong first, maintain it, and I'll point to each card. And I get a change on the middle card, so I turn it over and read it. I read it to the client and I tell them what their message is. If you need more assistance and then it confirms that you need to give a message, the message may also be in a book. So what you can do is locate your book, find out how many pages are in the book, and then start testing for which page. If there's 200 pages, you might want to ask for page 1 to 100. If you get a change in 1 to 100, then go 1 to 50. So basically it's a process of elimination. This has messages from 1 to 999. So I can test which number message it may be. I can begin with bringing the arm up, maintain the arm, locked position, and I can say 1 to 100, 100 to 200, 200 to 300. And I get a change from 200 to 300, so maintain the arm, locked position, 200 to 250, 250 to 260, 260 to 270, 270 to 280, 280 to 290. Okay, so it's from 280 to 290. So I'm just going to count 281, 282, 283. So I've got the change on message number 283. I open up the book and I find the message, and because it's a small message, let's read it out. And the message says, "The Ascended Masters ask you to trust that you'll always have enough money to abundantly care for the needs of yourself and your loved ones." I'm now going to show you the mineral balance. When the body gets stressed and dehydrated, the minerals get depleted. So this will energetically balance the minerals on the client's body. To begin the mineral balance, bring the muscle up to that 45-degree angle. Ask the client to maintain the muscle in a locked position. So we command the muscle to be in a locked position. We apply pressure. So it's nice and locked. With the other hand, fingers are together in a circular motion. Place them on the right side of the cheek. You don't have to touch the cheek, but in the center of the cheek is the potassium Riddler point. Now this will energetically energize the potassium levels. And as you are doing this position, hold the arm, ask the client to maintain it, apply pressure. And what will happen is, when there is sufficient energy sent, the muscle will change. There will be an energy shift, and there the muscle starts to change. So you can take your hand away and begin again on the opposite cheek. Fingers together. We're now balancing sodium levels on the left-hand cheek. Placed in the center of the cheek. Head to the side, center of the cheek. Again, I bring the muscle to a locked position, maintain it. Okay, it's staying nice and firm, and I keep the pressure on the muscle and I wait till it changes. And there it goes. It's just, the muscle has just changed, telling me there's sufficient energy. We then go to the throat area, which represents the Riddler points for trace minerals. Fingers together. Above the throat, don't place your fingers on the throat area, just above. Position them there as energy gets sent through. Again, maintain the arm in a locked position, and then I apply pressure, and then the muscle changes. Last point is the magnesium and manganese points, which are right on the navel. So locate the client's navel, fingers together, place it directly above. Bring the arm up, ask for a locked position, keep pressure on the arm as you're sending the energy. There'll be a shift, there it goes, your muscle drops when the energy has been completed. If it tests for the healing correction lists, which is one of the options for more assistance, it means you need to go to your healing corrections and then test for which healing correction that's applicable and you need to apply. As DNA is the blueprint of all cell functions, addressing the DNA for healing ensures we are correcting or healing at the deepest level possible. This is why it is mandatory in the protocol before closing the case, and it is also listed as an optional healing correction. You may be required to complete this correction twice. If you do, then it indicates that the root cause of the client's condition is heavily embedded in the client's DNA. So now I'm going to take you through the steps of how to perform the DNA healing correction. This correction is in twice the protocol. It is down as an optional healing correction, and then it becomes a compulsory correction at the end of the protocol. So I'll teach it to you now. So the DNA correction begins with making certain statements and then waiting for an energy shift after each statement. Bring the arm up on a 45-degree angle, locked position. Maintain the arm, ask the client to maintain, and apply pressure. The first statement that you say is request healing sound frequencies to reconnect and realign DNA. And I'm applying light pressure there, and I'm waiting for the shift. And there it goes. Okay, so that's the first statement. Next statement is locked position, maintain the arm, RNA. And I get a sense we're stuck on RNA. Okay, now that we don't get an energy shift in the DNA healing correction after the RNA statement, we need to now go to more assistance. More assistance will identify what Emily needs to move on in this protocol. She needs more energy, and the more assistance will let us know which one. So I bring the arm up, 45-degree angle, locked position, and I start testing sea salt, breathing. I get a change on the breathing correction. So now we need to practice the breathing correction. For the breathing correction, you need to bring the arm up on a 45-degree angle in a locked position and apply pressure. And when Emily has breathed enough, when the client has breathed enough in the sequence, there'll be an energy shift to let you know it's enough breathing. So we'll begin the breathing exercise. So you breathe in for 8 and ask the client to breathe in for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You hold for 4, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold for 4, and they continue this cycle, and you continue until you get an energy shift. So I get the shift happening right there. So now I go back to testing again for RNA and waiting and looking for the energy shift. So maintain the arm locked position, RNA. I get the change. So now I can go on to the next step. So I command the muscle to lock, maintain the arm. Then I make the statement chromosomes. And there it goes. I get the shift. The next statement, maintain the arm locked position, nucleotides. Wait for the energy shift, and there it goes. And the last one, maintain the arm locked position, apply, you've got feeling that locked position, hypercommunication. And I wait for the shift, and if I didn't get a shift, I scan again for more assistance. Beautiful. And the DNA correction is now complete. Closing the case is a great way to finish off all the healing. What it does in closing the case, it also makes sure that the healing is complete. I have found that clients have said when they may have a little bit like of pain left or something remaining, when you come through closing the case, it finalizes it, it finally releases. So it has this all-rounded effect. It also ensures that there's no negative energies or negativity left around, that nothing's jumped on you, because it's like a safeguard, because that is one of the issues with being a practitioner, is that you are around these energies, that you need to protect yourself. So it ensures that nothing's left on you, no residues on you and no residues on the client. And it also cleans your room, and it cleans the surrounding area, and it also cleans anyone that's been affected by the healing that may not be present. So it is a fantastic way to complete. It integrates the healing, so it speeds up all the integration of everything that you've brought up. It also minimizes the chance of a healing crisis, so which means that the client may go into overwhelm because you've gone in deep places. It really minimizes this effect. With my experience with closing the case, if I can't get out, often, if you can't get out and you can't move through each step, you'll need to go back to more assistance and see what you need, see what energy is needed. And this has happened to me. I remember just recently I was with a client and I was closing the case and I couldn't get out. And then it actually came up, it said, anyone affected by this healing, I couldn't get through. And the husband happened to be in the room. And then when I tested it for a correction, it came up healing correction, it came up negative energies. Now, the husband had mentioned that they had been in a sect and there had been some negative energies that he'd seen. So I needed to remove that off him. I asked him for his permission. I always ask for permission. May I remove that? He said yes, and then I could get out. Many times it'll often be more in reference to the client's healing. It'll come up that I can't get out, and then I have to work out why. So it really completes the whole protocol, and it leaves you with a really beautiful, lovely feeling in the room with the client, and who doesn't want blessings upon them? And as they say, what goes around comes around. So you bless as many people as you can, and the blessings come back. Six 6.4 is my favorite part of the healing. It's something I always do before I finish the healing. It ensures that all the negative energies are released off my client, off me, off the room. It's a really powerful way to finish. It also ensures that you have done everything that you should have. If you haven't, it won't let you finish. And it also is like a blessing on the client. It's like leaving a blessing for the angels to heal and protect and to help the client progress on their way and to achieve their desires in their life. And by you blessing them, it's like karma. They're blessed, you're blessed. It's just so beautiful. So I'll show you how to do it. You make the statements where indicated, and where it says an energy shift, you need to get an energy shift, you need to get a muscle change. So bring the arm up, 45-degree angle, maintain the arm, locked position. I now request that purifying and cleansing take place through allowing white and gold cleansing light to clean and dissolve all negative energies and negative attachments. From Emily, you put in the client's name and you wait for the energy shift. Done. Now I say myself, I wait for the energy shift. Done. This room, wait for the energy shift. Done. This building, energy shift. Done. This surrounding area, and I get the energy shift. Anyone or anything affected by this healing, wait for the energy shift. Beautiful. I now close down all harmful pathways, portals, gateways, channels, and access to all other dimensions and realities. And I'll wait for the energy shift. Beautiful. I ask that angels pour blessings upon client's name, which is Emily, for all the things that she stands in need of. That angels guide and protect her and lead her on a path of empowerment and full potential. That healing may continue throughout this time, and that Emily, put the client's name in, may always know that she is of divine worth. I now confirm that these requests have taken place and this healing is complete. And I wait for the shift. Beautiful. I got the shift. Sometimes I don't get a shift. So you know what to do if you don't. You need to go back to more assistance and scan which correction is needed before you can come out. So make sure you always finish off with closing the case, and that ensures everything's integrated, that ensures that everything is final.